Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Mr. Arduino. In this video I'm going to explain how I came up with this connection of this robot car. It's a 4-wheel drive. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 motors. 4 motors which are DC powered motors, and we are powering the whole robot using this microcontroller. The microcontroller is just Arduino Uno R3. We have the motor driver, which is responsible of driving the motors. As you know, we cannot power the motors directly from the Arduino board because the motors require a lot of current, which Arduino board cannot provide. For that reason, we are going to deploy the L298 motor driver. The L298 is a dual motor driver whereby it can control up to 2 motors, but because our robot has 4 motors, we are going to connect each motor, 2 of the motors in each side in pairs. So for instance, I'm going to connect these and this motor in pair, and this one to motor B and to output A. These ones are connected to output A. So we are powering the old robot using these LiPo batteries. They are called 18650 LiPo batteries, which are rated at 3.7 volts, and they have a capacity of 7800 milliamperes hour. So we are powering them. We are powering the robot using these 2 batteries. Let's look in depth about the L298N motor driver. In my laptop, I'm going to project the circuit diagram or the pinout of the L298 motor driver. As you can see, in the L298 we have one side is for output 1 and output 2. The output 1 and output 2 is whereby we are going to connect the motors, one side motors, the to output 1 and output 2. It's also called output A. Then we have the output 3 and output 4. This is called output B. It's whereby we are going to connect the other side of the robot to the other side of motors to this output. Then we have the input. The rating of this IC or the motor driver is rated at 4.5 volts to 35 volts, but for me I'm going to power it with at least 11.6 volts, so I can use the ground and the 12 volts pin of the motor driver. Then we are going to ensure that this jumper is in place so that we can get the 5 volts from this pin. Otherwise, if you don't engage this jumper, you are not going to get 5 volts. The 5 volts, we are going to power the microcontroller with the 5 volts instead of powering the microcontroller with an external power. So we are going to take 5 volts from this pin, then power the Arduino microcontroller. Additionally, we have these pins. How many are they? They are 6 pins. We have enable A. Enable A is for us to enable this motor A, this side motor. So if we pull enable A to high, it will enable this motor to move. If we pull enable B, it will activate the other motors. So these are input pins in 1, in 2, in 3, in 4. In 1, in 2, control this motor. In 3 and in 4, control the other motors or these outputs. So by sending logic level signals to the motor driver, we are able to control either the forward or the clockwise or the counterclockwise movement of either motors. Therefore, we are going to achieve the turning effect of the robot. This is the motor driver. We are done with the motor driver. Now we have the Arduino Uno. For Arduino Uno has output pins we have both input and output pins. We have both analog and digital. For instance, you can see we have the analog in. This is analog in, and we have power in. So we are going to power this Bluetooth module from the power button, from the power pins, which are ground and 5 volts. Also the motor driver, we are going to take 5 volts ground and 5 volts to the V in and ground of the Arduino board. Then the Arduino board will supply 5 volts to this Bluetooth module for us to be able to control the robot seamlessly from our smartphone. Additionally, we have the digital pins. These are the digital pins. They can either be input or outputs, but what you need to know the enable A and enable B. You need to connect them to PWM pins of the digital pins. Don't connect to any digital pin of Arduino. Must be the PWM if you want to achieve speed control of the robot. Anything else? We have this Bluetooth module. It's called HC05. HC05 is a Bluetooth module which will enable us to control the robot wirelessly from our phone or from another master HC05. In the next video, I'm going to show you the code which I've used to make the robot run. This is just the test code. I'm going to explain the test code. Then we are going to see how we can improve and achieve the Bluetooth control. As you can see, the robot can move. I've coded it to move 5 seconds for 5 seconds forward, then stop and move 5 seconds backwards. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm going to be uploading more content about the robot.